I've never understood VTubers. I think they're kind of odd. They're just people role-playing as digital anime characters. They sit in front of a camera and they do anything from playing games online to casual talking, and to be honest, I think streamers are exactly the same, just without the anime character persona. I don't get why anyone would choose to do this. So, I played needy streamer Overload to understand why. When this game came out in 2022, it quickly went viral. People all over were playing it. Lots of merchandise was released for it, and the game even got an anime announcement. I was curious, so I decided to dive into this weird management sim / visual novel game about helping a female live streamer. And what I quickly realized is that this game and its main character would be a lot more troublesome, annoying, and unpleasant than I thought it would be. But also eye-opening too. Immediately, I'm taken back. It's one psychedelic looking game. Pastel colored palette, Windows 95-esque style desktop, and a flashy stylistic pixelated main girl that screams terminally online cute core energy. Not that it's bad, it sure had style. I had a vibe for what the game was going for. I say that as I'm headbanging into chiptune into Russian hard bass. The main idea is that you are living with Ame, a cute girl who, in order to satisfy her need for attention, live streams under the internet persona OMG Kawaii Angel or K-Angel to become the #1 internet angel, whatever that means. As P-chan, her partner and manager, you are responsible for guiding Ame's daily life and activities to help grow her online following. Anything from planning streams to going out shopping to even having sex with her. Cute parasocial guys collectively dying in a ditch. Every choice you make throughout the 30 days shapes the kind of person Ame becomes. This is pretty much the game loop. Choose an activity, morning, afternoon, night, and hope you get enough subscribers to not get evicted. Little did I know that behind the cute wig, cheeky DMs, and bubbly personality was a mentally unstable girl about to break at any moment. One day she'll be ecstatic about a cute outfit she recently bought, to then, what if I were to kill myself, heart emoji? It's definitely a lot darker and is pretty mature in its content, in comparison to what it looks like. If you aren't expecting it, you'll be in for a surprise. Ame's self-destructive urges can be disturbing, even uncomfortable. However, it's always passing. One moment you'll be forced into a surprise, agitated crash-out livestream, and then moments later it's business as usual. Which, you know, fair enough, understandable. I was concerned, so I made some health-conscious decisions. Then again, you aren't a true content creator unless you're turning your own life misery into monetizable content at least once. It was a surreal experience seeing all of the antics happen. From those explosive comments against chat, to being a manager and having sex with your talent, to seeing a slightly crazy girl being passionately in love with you. I admit, I was entertained. And then she left me. Bad ending. Okay, no problem. I restarted the game, only to not make it to that 1 mil. Restarted again. She left me on day 12. Flatline. Restarted again. Left me on day 10. Flatline. Restarted again. Got another bad ending. Flatline? No. Nymphomaniac ending. It's just an average management sim game. I thought, why am I having so much trouble with this? So after what was like the 8th time, I had enough and looked up what triggered those bad ends. Flatline, not responding to DMs. At that point, I was just tired of this game, thinking how bothersome this online Menhera girl is. But I hate the idea of quitting even more. Fine, you want to reach 1 million subscribers so badly? I'll make you a shining star, so don't burn out in the process. I booted up a new game and got to work. I decided I was going to be as calculative and ruthless as possible. I was going to push her body to the limit. At this point, I've read more than enough of her dialogue and I did not care for it. Her DMs would show up and I'll spam emos without a single thought. I specifically chose options that Ame wanted to do just for her to get a topic for streaming to do that same night. I fast forwarded through her streams because it didn't matter at this point. I don't care about what she does in the stream. I only cared about whether or not that topic would go viral, just to see that follower count rise. From sexy streams to ASMR content to wild conspiracy theories to intimate vulnerable confessions, I chose sensational categories indicated by the high rise in followers. Anniversary streams were celebratory, not for her own good, but because it could be abused. I eventually found out that doing those doesn't raise her stress while still continuing the streak and follower count. So even if her mind was about to collapse, surely she would live stream her party with chat, right? The strategy? Stream every night again and again and again. Until we reached 1 million, I refused to let her sleep. Mechanically, the game heavily rewards you by building a streaming streak. Sure, there's a bunch of funny numbers here, but I was too hyped up on chiptune X hard-style beats to care. By day 10 or so, I didn't keep track, Ame's stress was hitting 90s every day after. Did I care? Hell no. When this operation started, the cold optimized approach was the way to beat this dumb game and get her those 1 million subscribers she so desperately wanted. I cared just enough to deny seeing whatever bad ending lies behind stress level 100. Was it Ami screaming in the background in the song that personifies mental breakdown? Or maybe was that just a win? Having sex was not a loving act, it was a practical method to lower her stress so she didn't break on me the following day. Sure, her affection kept rising, but I did not permit her to fall in love. So when sex wasn't an option, it was on to drugs. So many drugs. Repeat this again and again. Stream drugs, until that very day, Ame reached 1 million subscribers. Now that the frantic struggle has come to an end, the game is pretty smooth sailing at this point. I was free to have Ame explore all the different options of being a streamer. Do I have Ame go down the path of the classic girl gamer? Do I have Ame tap into the gooner market and turn up the sex appeal to an 11? Do I have Ame become the internet's first religious prophet influencer? So many options, each one amusing in their own right. Although, I will stress that getting very specific endings is very difficult, which is why I recommend breaking out the guide and following along. Some of them are really intricate, but you'll be rewarded with endings that are bold and weirdly entertaining. It's at this point that I've recollected a majority of my sanity back and revisited Ame's more interesting tangents, because in that frantic struggle to 1 mil, the game does convey quite a lot. Yes, Ame does have her cheeky eccentricities, but certain behaviors and key dialogue imply criticisms about streamer and idol culture. It's just filtered through Ame's personality. You see this both in her outward public persona and her own personal accounts. What makes Ame so charming is how emotionally expressive she is. She delivers some genuinely soulful observations that I find myself agreeing with. Like, you go off girl, I'm behind you. I'm also including her quirky, cute, yet unstable traits in that. The various insane endings are noteworthy in their own right, in the many different forms of needy obsessiveness. I don't watch the Vtubers regularly, but I'm well aware of how rough the entertainment field is and how many people are willing to exploit these talents for profit or desire. In their goal to become mega viral hits, some individuals will do anything if it meant reaching that goal, and those aware will take advantage of that, just like I did here. And then there are those morally gray, morally black, questionable streamers entering the space, solely driven by money or their inflated egos, who make those in the space look bad by association. But I would like to believe that's a small handful. Behind many digital avatars and character personas are real people that do deal with very real struggles. For them, streaming and connecting online becomes a meaningful way to express themselves, find like-minded communities, and build genuine relationships, just like Ame does here. In the best cases, they can brighten up a person's day when those individuals are feeling down. Hell, they could even inspire some people to try VTubing or streaming themselves. They can be quite the influence. So, am I going to watch more VTubers and streamers because of this? Probably not, but I respect what they do and the ongoing struggle some of them face. Despite my frustrations getting game overs after spending hours on it, I enjoyed my time with this VN and spending time with Ame. It's something really unique and an unexpected, thought-provoking title, especially if you're tangentially related to the streaming space, either as a streamer yourself or as a frequent viewer, or if you can empathize with Ame's backstory and personal struggles. I would like to thank everyone on Patreon for supporting me in covering visual novels. You guys are fantastic, and if you would like to be a part of that effort, please consider subscribing. Now, if you're interested in another similar unique visual novel, you want to check out this video over here, or this one for a general recommendation. Bless in the comments for our internet overdose needy gal.